What is going on, everybody? Jimo back again with another fantastic paint video. We've got a Dodge Charger here that looks like Chrysler PS2 Silver. So this is my younger brother Tyler. You've seen him painting before on some other jobs. You can also find him on Instagram as well. You can see he's got a bunch of work on there. I think it's at Ty Paints. I'll have a link in the description, so be sure to follow him and check out what he's got on the go. So yeah, he's putting down an orientation coat in his blend area, and you can see he's using the SATA 5000, which is one of my favorite Basecoat guns, and it is working quite well, I'm sure. So he's going to go pick up his hose off the floor, and if you've been following, I think on Instagram's where I was ragging on him last time, I'm always on about the hose on the floor, and he's usually pretty good about it. So he knows when I'm watching instantly that he shouldn't be doing that, and he gives me that look. You can see that blue hose now. I don't know, you guys might have picked up on this on the last video. So what we've actually got going on is the nitrogen machine hooked up. So he's spraying this job using heated nitrogen. And the benefits of using heated nitrogen is faster drying times, flash times, and less material needed so you'll save on material using this machine with your paint. So basically it uses a more predictable gas. I don't want to get too technical on it, but I know people will be pointing it out that you see this hose running out the booth door in an odd manner. So that's what we've got going on. So you can check into that. I'll try and do something further on that down the road. You can see here with this color, he's got it a little too far. Well, you know, he didn't have the blend space to take it into the hood, which is unfortunate. It's always nice to be able to have that blend space, but it's tough to blend a silver across a hood. I will give him that. And most people, when they want to actually blend that color, they'll end up doing the hood and the fender on the other side. But in this case here, he's going to butt that fender up to the hood. So we'll see how that works out for him, and we can pick it apart after. So it looks like we are ready for clear on this job, and he's rolling with the SATA 4000 RP, which is the previous generation SATA gun, which is still a fantastic gun, of course, because SATA makes really good guns. The 5000 he had before was the HVLP, and traditionally you would usually use the HVLP for Basecoat and the RP for clear. Now, what was interesting, I actually sat in on a session recently. There was a guy from SATA that he flew from Germany to give a seminar on some of his guns. He's talking about some of the technology that goes into the 5000, and really what kind of sets it apart is its wet core, the size of it, and the ability just to deliver a wet pattern consistently. But what he had mentioned was the technology, I think, is closed in between the RP and the HVLP, and he would actually choose the RP to apply Basecoat in a lot of different situations. So I found that kind of fascinating. I don't know what other people's experiences have been with that, but maybe one gun can do it all now, so that's pretty cool. You can actually see some pictures of that up on Instagram, the Refinish Network Instagram. There's some cool pictures of that and all kinds of other things. Now we've got coat number 2 going on, so I know the GoPro doesn't do a great job of letting you see when he's doing stuff on offsets or at the bottom, but doing the offsets first and then gradually moving up the fender, and he should have that done in no time, and we'll see what we end up with. So like I say, that color looks like it got a little bit too far, obviously, on the top. I'm sure there was probably some damage there, and the bumper, hopefully we'll have a good match there. We'll see very shortly. Okay, so that's what we've got off the gun, and you can see hanging up this airline, which is good. You want to keep your airlines off the floor so they don't get dirt on them for the next paint job. This came out actually quite clean. Nice finish. The only concern we would have would be the color from that fender to the hood, and if it's off by too much, then you'd be pretty well painting that whole front end to make that color match. But it looks like that's all right there. Yeah, it might be a tad yellow. So hopefully that will go. Otherwise, he's painting, like I say, the front end, but you just never know if you're not blending. So that's the fun part. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.